from the mean streets of Brooklyn. Please put your hands together for Diego Lopez!
Oh my God, hello! Hi, holy shit, this is nice. I've done comedy in alleyways, I've done comedy in bowling alleys, I've done a lot of alleys I've already noticed, but this is nice. I feel like you guys have napkins. Yeah, you guys have napkins. This is fantastic. This is the nicest place I've ever been to. I don't want to go home. This is great. Is there people up there? Hell yeah, that's what's up. I love all of you. You guys are very close physically. All right. Those look good. I'm gonna take those with me. I'm just happy to be out here. This is nice. We're visiting from New York City. I live in New York City, which is a mistake. Don't do that. I think that's the thing. I think my favorite part of living in New York City now is leaving New York City and getting to see how people live normal lives. You guys have bathtubs? Amazing. That sounds great. What's it like to have a bed that doesn't touch 3 walls? Is it nice? Bet it's nice. I don't like New Yorkers, but I don't like native New Yorkers. Actually, I don't like anyone who's proud of where they're from. You didn't do anything. Your mom just didn't leave. That's not an achievement. Relax. But New Yorkers are so arrogant about being from New York, which is insane because that's not a place for children. Raising a child in New York City is like raising a child in a casino. What are you doing? It's chaos. Every time I see a kid in New York City, I'm like, ooh, you're gonna be a weird adult. Ooh, you're gonna light fires for no reason. How are you born with PTSD? That's not good. That's the thing. Every native New Yorker I've ever met just behaves like a rescue dog. They're just very aggressive and they have weird fears. They'll pee anywhere. It's a bit much. I moved into a new apartment recently, and well, new to me. The building's 100 years old, and I now get to live in an attic. Pretty cool. And you're like, oh, do you mean like top floor? No, I mean an attic. I mean, my ceiling is so slanted, my mattress has to be on the floor. 35 years old, killing it. Living the dream, apparently. No, it's fun. It's fun having women come over and me try to coerce them into my sex cave. I gotta stop saying coerce. Suggest, maybe? No, follow me. It's awesome. Come on down. It's great. No, it's here. Here, you hold the lantern for a while. It's great. It's fun. New York does have good restaurants. That's one thing. There's a new restaurant in my neighborhood. It's a Mexican restaurant. And they're very authentic, where like they encourage you to order in Spanish, which I did. And the server said, quote, hey, your accent's not bad. Thank you. Spanish is my first language. So glad you're impressed. I'll be sure to thank my mom for not ignoring me as a baby, I guess. That's the thing, I can't get mad. It's not that I don't look that Hispanic. It's that I look so aggressively white. I look like I'm psyched to be white. Both my parents, immigrants from Colombia, yet I look like Edward Norton at the end of American History X. Don't clap at that. I don't know. It's wild. Now in my life, I just feel like a little spy for racism. Groups of white people feel very comfortable around me. I get to just hang out at a party being like, yeah, they're saying it. Yeah, 10-4, they're saying it a lot, actually. No, I'm sure you guys are all fine. It's funny because, like, my friends forget that I'm not, like, white, because every fall, a couple friends will invite me to go apple picking. No, thank you. Fuck you, actually. No, I'm not doing that. What do you mean, like the stereotype? No, I'm not paying white people to let me pick fruit on their property. Are you nuts? What's wrong with you? If I pay extra, can I go clean the bathroom too? Pick up the kids from soccer? No. Yeah, my parents are immigrants. which is fine. I don't know why I said it like that. Sorry. Ooh, that came from inside. I think because they're immigrants, they missed out on a lot of like social cues. Like my dad's been a truck driver my whole life, and when I was a little kid, my dad's like, "Hey, Diego, what does it mean when kids do this to me while I'm driving?" I'm like, "Oh, they want you to honk the horn." He goes, "Oh, I thought they were insulting me. I've been giving them all the middle finger." What? What? To children? Oh, it's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. Kids finding out life is hard because of my father? Hell yeah, that's awesome. My dad's a very old school kind of guy, which just means bad person. You can't help it. I think this is true for a lot of immigrants of any like culture where you kind of want your kids to be a good example of like your country, your ethnicity, your culture. So you want to make sure that they're on their best behavior at all times. And one time we were at a grocery store and I was a kid, and at the end of the aisle is a mom and her son. And my dad would always tell me that he didn't like the way Americans raise their children because he thought that Americans love their kids too much. I'm like, yeah, what an insane thing to do to love your child. Hug me once. But the kid's being a pain in the ass to the point where the kid knocked over like an entire display case of cereal boxes. So my dad sees that and hits me. And goes, "Don't do that." I didn't. That's not how parenting works. What's wrong with you? I'm not in the Minority Report. You gotta let me live. You're so lucky I don't know the number to ICE yet. Oh, I'll call ICE on my dad. Shut up. He's a citizen, I think. We don't talk that often. It's pretty fun. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you've noticed, I have ugly ears. I have cauliflower ear, which, if you don't know, a lot of fighters and wrestlers get cauliflower ear. And I used to be a cage fighter, and now I teach people how to fight. That's my day job. I choke and hit people for money. I'm like a dominatrix without the safe word. It's pretty sick. But when I first got cauliflower ear, I'm like, ooh, girls are gonna be into this. They're gonna think this is hot. No, you know who's into it? Guys. Every guy ever, oh my God. It's like catnip for dudes, it's crazy. I have to go to the bar with earmuffs on. It's fun. It's a cool way to make a living. I like it a lot. I teach adults, obviously, but I also get to teach little kids, like 5, 6, and 7. It's the most rewarding thing I've ever done. I truly love it. But now some of the parents are paying me to pick up the kids from school and walk them back to the gym, which is nice, but I don't look like a nanny. And people are concerned. Every day I'm trying to walk away from a school with 6 different kids. Every adult there's like, hold on a second, what's going on? I'm like, no, it's fine. We're all gonna go fight each other. Relax. Yeah. I've been doing it for a long time. I started training when I was 21. I'm 35 now. I've been fighting for a long time. I figured by now I'd be like a little more fearless, but I'm not. My fears have just adjusted. Like, okay, I'm not afraid to get into a fist fight, but I am terrified of being on a prank show and just reacting terribly. Hey, see a prank where a guy walks into an empty elevator and lights turn off and like turn back on again? That little girl from The Ring is there. I'm gonna beat the shit out of that girl. Like, effectively. Like, do you have any idea how many head kicks I can throw? In the time it takes to stop a moving elevator? Have the producers rush in and explain to me that she was an actress. Like, I'm not going to prison because I'm scared of ghosts. That's not fair. It's pretty fun. I'm from South Florida. I was born in New Jersey, and I grew up in South Florida, notoriously 2 of the worst places in the country. Yet, I turned out pretty bad. Bad recipe for a person. I grew up in South Florida. I went to all black schools in South Florida, which was fine, but I didn't realize how much I stood out until one day in 7th grade, a white girl transferred to our school, and during lunch, my entire grade just presented her to me. This one's for you. Thank you. Awesome. I have a crush on Monica, but we'll see what Abby thinks about Pokemon, I guess. I don't know. That was the first time I ever asked anyone out. It was in the 5th grade. It was for the end of the year dance. Her name was Melissa, and she said yes. And the night of the dance, I waited outside the cafeteria where the dance was being held with a little rose for her. And then what she did was not show up. Hell yeah, 0 for 1 on dates. Pretty sick. So I'm crying because I'm a child. And I go into the cafeteria where the dance was being held. And you know when you cry so hard, you get tunnel vision, like you're not paying attention to what's happening around you, you're not listening. Apparently, while I was crying in the corner, they were announcing superlatives for the year, and I won funniest kid in the class and had to go on stage and receive an award in front of my entire school, bawling my eyes out. But everyone thought it was like a joke. Everyone thought it was like doing a bit, so they're all laughing like, oh, classic Diego crying for no reason. But it made me feel better. I felt better right away. I'm like, I don't need this girl. I have all this laughter. I hope this doesn't turn into a pattern for the rest of my life. It's pretty fun. I didn't win most humorous in senior year of high school. I actually tied, which felt like a lie. And we did the pictures for the yearbook. And you know how most athletic holds like a football, more artistic holds like an oversized paintbrush? I didn't want to do some hacky shit like that. So I was in the room where they're taking the pictures, and I was just looking around, and I found a cinder block, and I just held it. Thank you. So the photographer hated it. He didn't like it. He's like, hey, could you do something funny? That's not funny. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you tie for most humorous? You keep taking pictures of teenagers, fucking weirdo. Sure, you're living your dream. It's a weird thing to do. It's fun. I don't know. I do feel like I have a strange relationship with masculinity at this point of my life, because on one hand, like I said earlier, I was an undefeated cage fighting champion. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I can beat up most people. But on the other hand, I also like skincare and fashion and interior design, which are considered very feminine. So I kind of feel like I've gone through masculinity and I'm out the other end and I'm free of all the negative parts of it. So when I see guys who haven't dealt with it and they're just like angry macho 24/7, it bums me out, because even products for men are like that. Like candles that are specifically targeted towards men are the most embarrassing things on the planet. It's a candle. Just let it be nice. Why's it gotta be tough? Why does your candle have bullet holes in it, man? Just let it be a candle. What's wrong? Is your dick too big for lavender? Is that what it is? How broken is your brain? Also, when they make candles for men, the scents are so dumb. Like, oh, this one smells like gunpowder and rust. That fucking sucks. I don't want that. I'm not trying to make my apartment smell like the Unabomber shed. What the fuck is wrong with you? Also, if you want a candle to smell like a real man, make it smell like moldy towel and Gatorade. That's what a guy smells like. Fucking cowards. It's just so weird how we've all become this cartoonish version of men. Everything is so aggressive and violent. There's makeup brands specifically for men. The most famous brand, their name is War Paint. Come on. Just put it on. What's wrong? You don't gotta pretend like you're going to kill someone because you want to wear concealer. It's fine. I'm not saying men shouldn't wear makeup. If I'm being honest, a lot more of us should, okay? Not a lot of natural beauties on this team. But it's so funny to act like you're gonna kill someone because you want to contour. It's just so silly. And it's funny because anytime I talk about this stuff on stage, I feel every man in the room pull back and lower their emotional support Oakleys or whatever. It's just so embarrassing. God. I did, this is new, I saw that apparently there's a male birth control pill coming out for guys, one for the fellas. Hell yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I've taken 3 since I've been up here. I want it, give me it. I do, I think it's great. I think it's great if men take more responsibility on that side of a relationship. I want to take it, but I highly doubt any woman would believe me. There's no way. You took it? Yeah. Huh. Take it again. Take it again. I don't give a fuck what the side effects are. You're taking it again. I'm going to take male birth control the same way a patient at a psych ward takes their meds. Just a little paper cup, and she looks in my mouth with a flashlight. We're not good at remembering stuff like that as a gender. I feel like I need to make like an advent calendar for it. Just push my finger through a Ric Flair photo and take a pill. Little piece of protein bar, you know, things guys like. That's dumb. I'm so dumb. It's awesome. It's so sick being dumb professionally. It's the thing. A lot of comedians are up their own ass and they're like, we're philosophers. Like, you're a clown who helps sell chicken wings. Relax. Here's what a comedian is, in my opinion. A comedian is a very dumb person who's also very curious. So you spend a lot of your day thinking about things you really shouldn't. Like, I, for one, sincerely, can't stop thinking about why masturbation works. It works. It works. That's crazy that it works. It's crazy that I can trick my body into giving me a reward for an activity I know I'm not accomplishing. I decided to do this. Why is this happening? I can see myself. I'm not under a table or something. Why does it work? That makes no sense. How gullible is my penis? I don't understand. I can't tickle myself. Why does this work? That's like if I rubbed my arm until it got warm, and then I just had a tan. But if it did work that way, I would have a very dark penis. Beautiful penis. Ah, damn it. I love you. That was awesome. You guys are awesome. This is going to be a great show. This is a fantastic show. Usually I bomb for 12 minutes. No one laughs. They throw food at me, but you guys are great. This next comic, he's so